Hey guys, Luantha here, aka Lance634, and this is League of Legends TFT Patch 914. Disclaimer, I don't read these notes prior to recording, nor do I follow PBE or surrender at 20. So I've seen a few things on Twitter though, so we'll just dive into it and see what we get. Starting off with Twisted Fate is the new champion that you can get in TFT. 2-cost Pirate Sorcerer with a pick a card. He throws a card that randomly stuns, deals damage around his target, or restores mana to himself and nearby allies. Ooh. Too bad you can't control that RNG, but if you could, holy moly, that'd be good. But that's a 5th Pirate, and that's an 8th Sorcerer, I believe, so take it. It's not too bad. It's a good addition. I like it. Ranked is coming out, of course. I'm hyped to dive into that and see where we're at. Kind of thinking in the plat to diamond range, but I could be totally wrong and be straight up iron. We'll find out. And you can watch my stream, as we'll do a lot of that in my stream in the upcoming days. Systems changes. Attack speed's now going to be a champion base attack speed, so each champion's unique. I love it. Which means that all the attack speed bonuses you get is going to be calculated a tad bit differently. It's going to actually have a lot less impact. And that could be an interesting thing here. Because, yeah, if a lot of these champions have less than 1.0 attack speed, they're going to attack a lot slower. Especially with the attack speed buffs going on. PvE rounds. One of the minions, monsters, or epic monsters will now drop gold instead if you don't get an item. Okay, so note. So it's drop gold instead of an item if you don't get an item. Interesting. I prefer items because the game's so driven by items it feels like, but at least you get something now. Dragon and Elder Dragon no longer benefit from the dragon trait. Thank God. But sorcery doesn't need buffs, so mixed feelings on that change. Ranked pre-made, they made it 3 for all ranks. Okay, I mean, yeah, when trading with 5 would be a little hard to police, I think. Level breakpoints now 64 instead of 70 for level 9. Not bad, not bad at all. I think I've only gone to level 9 2 games and I've played about 100. So, good change. Maybe a little more often you'll see it. Ability targeting is going to determine lowest health by HP percentage instead of total HP. Holy yes, that's a good change. That makes Vigar terrifying. And Eve terrifying. Shop, when you reroll in the shop after leveling in that round, those shop rerolls at your new level, so your old level. Oh, you know, that screwed me over in a game. You know, when you do that level up when you're about to die and you're just like, where is that tier 5 unit? Why can't I find Swain? Why can't I find Yasuo? Well, there you go. You were still at the old level until the next round. Cool, that's not... I'm glad they changed it because I would have never known, to be honest. User interface, you're going to see a streak indicator next to your total gold. This will indicate your current win or loss streak and the rewards for maintaining it of different lengths. Okay, I like that. Combat recap, so you can see how much damage. If it's like the other auto chess games, it'll be on the right side. It'll stick out a little bit and it'll give you some damage indicators. Like it. Added champion stats, attack damage, armor, magic resist, etc. on their pop-up inspect panel when you right click. Okay. About time, and I did see this on Twitter actually. They didn't push it initially because they wanted to get the game out, to get the bugs out and the gameplay before they pushed it out because it was lower priority. It wasn't part of the game per se, it was an add-on. But now it's here. Traits. So changes to traits. So demons, mana burn chance, super low early, and then really high late, which means you have to get 6 demon. I like it. 6 demon should be like you don't cast spells, and it's what it's going to become is you don't cast spells, and you better hope you ran a vein. Elementalist, a little weaker golem, less attack damage. That's smart. I've been running a lot of elementalists and it felt really good. This should pull that in line considerably. Guardian, the armor buff stacks up to 2 times. It now stacks infinite. Alright, you guys have an assignment, and I might make a video of this, is I just want to see a whole entire Guardian comp, and I want to see how high some armors get, because I want to see like 700 armor Leona just walk up and like autoing things for all eternity. Gunslinger, improved visualization of the AoE, good, because it looked like garbage, it looked like a bunch of cancelled autos. Extra attacks would fail to fire at high attack speeds. That's a good bug to fix. And extra units hit instead of 1 all, it's 1-2. Okay, yeah. I'm guessing that just helps with coding. Pirates average gold per chest is down to 1.6 instead of 2. That's sad, but there's one more pirate, so that was 5 pirates for 3 slots. So you really can run pirates really early because it's a 1, 2, 2, 3, and then 5. So you can really run pirates really early and really get that econ going, but now it's going to be harder to do just because, you know, the average is low 1.6. Shapeshifter. Shapeshifters had a bug where when they transformed, they didn't get their full health from their star level. Oh wow, that's crazy. So now the transform health is 60 from 100 because they fixed this bug. Interesting. It's probably a net nerf, but overall very interesting. Wild attack speed per stacks 8% again instead of 7. It was 8% on the PBE initially if you played back then. Pretty good. It'll compensate for a little bit of the attack speed nerfs across the board to all champions. Something to watch just to see how crazy attack speeds can get when you couple some wild rangers going off. Tier 1 champion changes. Bug fix to Darius. He casts his ability when no enemies are in range. So if you have 100 mana, and I had this with an Akala, if you have max mana, they'll just cast the ability and then they'll walk in. And you'll be really tilted. So Darius is fixed on that. Elise is now a 1-cost unit. And Spiderlings now apply the Demon Origin effect. So they can burn mana. And the mana cost is up 25 to compensate. Okay, good. Spiderlings is now down 1 at ranks 1 and 2, but still 4 at 3. Health is down 50, and armor is down 5. Okay, so she's a huge risk-reward champion now. If you can get some mana, though, to transform, these Spiderlings will burn a lot of mana, and there won't be a lot of abilities going on. I can see a lot of higher elo play and pro play, like have a tier 2 Elise sitting on the bench just to slot in against a Sork comp if someone starts building Sorks, because Demon is the counter to Sorks. You burn that mana, they don't get the ult, they don't get their Sork benefit at all. Fiora gets buffed. She finally didn't riposte the buff, folks. She finally didn't. That's 150 at rank 3, and I'm pretty sure that rank 2's got a small buff in there. Attack speed increase is awesome. Something to watch, see how strong she is now. Probably not the bottom of the barrel, finally. Graves lost 50 health. Okay, whatever. It's Pirate. Gotta nerf the Pirate. Vayne gets a 0.05 attack speed increase, which is big. Because note that they brought everyone's attack speed from 1.0 down. So she was at 0.6. Now she's at 0.65. I like it because she's literally only attacks. She's relying on the attack speed. But that's huge because it's base, so any multipliers are going to influence that. And lastly, Warwick now applies on-hit effects. Someone, please, double Spear of Shojin on Warwick. And let's see how many ults we get off in a fight. So these are some things that we're going to have to try on stream. But I'm hyped. Also, you know, red buff and Murillo on that. That's ridiculous. Tier 2 champions getting changes. Ari got the bug fix that Darius got. She now retargets her ability to target dies during cast time. Good. An ability targeting a random enemy, it now targets the current attack target. Thank God. Having an Ari auto and then just Q in a weird direction. Well, ult in a weird direction and then go back to targeting. It's weird. That's way more consistent. Blitzcrank, some bug fixes off on his pole, and again, and nearby allies will now likely target his pole unit more often. Awesome change. Braum, it shows the damage reduction now, and it's been buffed at rank 1, and I'm sure that's a buff at rank 2 also. And then the mana cost is down 25, and he's gonna point towards the furthest enemy to block that Ashe ult. That's cool. I like it. Lucian's second shot in his ult, basically double damage at early ranks, and still a solid chunk at late game. That should help him a lot, actually. Pike mana cost and starting mana cost up 25. This is a pure target at double Shojin Pike, so he's not infinite stunning. It should give you a little bit of time, and really once you stun him once, he's dead. So this should eliminate that super carry double Shojin Pike build. Now triple Shojin, it's broken on anyone. So you get 3 Shojins, just praise RNGesus and play the game and win. Rek'Sai burrow duration's lower, knockup is higher, damage is increased late. The burrow duration is good because it means you can't dodge as much, and it also means you're healing faster. Overall good change for Rek'Sai. Shen has double starting mana, so now at rank 1 you could realistically get an ult off. Back before, there's just no way. So interesting, and that really buffs him for rank 2, and of course, rank 3. It's awesome. Tier 3 champions getting changed. Aatrox, he has 25 less mana cost on his ult. Awesome. He has increased damage at all ranks. Awesome. He's also a demon. That's awesome. Aatrox is going to be a great unit now. As a tier 3, he's going to be one of the better units because he's going to be able to frontline. And when he dunks, it hits such a big AoE for so much damage. I'm really excited to see what Aatrox brings to the table. Eve, 50 health increase, execute thresholds increased, execute multipliers increased, and her ability roots during the cast time. And she's a demon. Alright guys, so they are hard buffing demons, which is really interesting because they weren't exactly bad before. But this is 2 huge buffs, plus the Elise change, so tier 1 demon now, so you can start with demons. Just look out, because demons are going to be nuts. Just from what I've seen already. GP's ability now triggers on hit effects. Ooh. Interesting. Fix some bugs, and they don't even list them because there's so many. Attack speed increase like Vayne, and extra health. Cool. It makes them, worthy of tier 3 status. Katarina bug where her ult wasn't preventing enemy healing. That's kind of the whole reason of, well, besides her just blowing everyone up, but big reason of running Katarina was the healing reduction. That's good. Good fix. Of course, every bug fix is a good fix. Cannon, increased damage and basic and attack damage. Note that it's actually going to be a net reduction in his auto attack damage because he's lost attack speed. So he's much more ult reliant, less like 80 carry cannon. Still be interesting to see someone build 80 carry cannon in the game. See if it could just like 1v9 because he has ult stunning. Morgana, ult fix again. It's good. That ult fix was on a lot of units, it seems. Increased damage at rank 1. Maybe at rank 2, but probably just at rank 1. Good change again. Again, another demon getting a buff. Something to keep an eye on. Poppy, 10 more armor at rank 1. Stun duration increased by 0.5 seconds at all ranks. And that now can hit multiple targets. Okay, so Poppy was like the worst tier 3. Like, no contest. This gets her in line a little bit. That 40 armor is huge. It's a big number for a tier 1 base unit to have. So she's actually pretty good now. Good solid Yordle and Night buff. Rengar, Savagery is now multiplicative. Whoo. So you could really get some nutty attack speed with Rengar after your ults. Huh. Interesting concepts. I mean, Spirit Shojin Rengar ain't too bad. I mean, because especially with it being multiplicative on his ult. Interesting things. Interesting things. Shyvana gets more attack speed, 100 more health, and she gets more bonus attack while as a dragon. I mean, so Shyvana's going to feel pretty good, I think. Because while they reduce the healing on transform, the bonus health on transform, she got base health increase. So she's going to be able to more reliably transform. And that transform's still going to have a pretty solid health total to it. Veigar gets an extra 1 added to his ult on low star targets. I guess someone survived the damage, and they were like, that's not okay, so we gotta put another 1 in front of it. Cool, man. And the mana cost is down to 75. So if you get a Seraphs on him, he's 55 mana to an ult. Double mana on an auto because of Sork. Nutty. This is nutty. I'm ready to see all the Vigor ults flying across the screen. Especially with the change to targeting. With it targeting the lowest percentage. Since it targets the lowest percentage, you know, that's going to be a little bit better Vigor ults in between on everything. And then lastly here, Volibear's got 50 more health, 0.1 more attack speed, 25 less mana, so it's 75 for an ult, and the ratio on his R is up 20%. Just, you know, bumping him back up from his nerf when he was God Bear. So he's getting closer back to his God Bear form. Not complaining. Tier 4 champions, a much shorter list. It's all on one page for once. Collybug, that's actually seen this on stream multiple times where she just ults right away. And it's so good. I'm kind of surprised they didn't nerf her. But she's on the chopping block for a nerf if she's still very strong after this patch in the beta season. Brand 25 more mana cost at all ranks for his ult, which really hurts Brand. Brand is really good though, so I'm not too concerned about it. Cho'Gath lost 100 health, and he lost a half second and then a quarter second on his knockup durations. Good. Cho'Gath was being run tier 1, tier 2. Well, tier 2, you know, is still going to be great. Tier 1, but people are just running it just like Sejuani actually, which I see here on the list right below here. They're just running it over other units because they're just straight up better. The AoE CC is so strong. So this is good, especially with how big his AoE got with the recent buff they did to him. Well, the only buff they did to him. Draven lost attack speed. Okay. That means attack speed is going to be less good on him. I mean, you already want to run 80 because his axes are scaling off of that 80. So, interesting change to Draven. You're still going to want to run attack speed. It's just not going to be as effective. Gnar lost tank stats, so he's more risk reward again. Used to be reliably transforming. Now he's just, you know, you've got to play that risk reward of, do you put him on the front line? Probably not. You want to put him in the second line until he's rank 2. Rank 2 maybe put on the front line, maybe not. And remember that he not only lost base health, but he loses 40% transform health. So that is quite a bit of tank stats he's losing. Plus that 5 armor's gone at all ranks. That's pretty big. Still got all that damage though. Leona mana cost down 50. She starts with 50, so she's halfway to her ult right away. Pretty good stuff. Makes her a lot better tier 1 unit. She might become the new tier 1 Sejuani or tier 1 Cho. Just gotta watch out on that. Sejuani loses a second off of her stun and a half second on rank 2. Nothing on rank 3, but no one ever hits a rank 3 Sej ever, typically. That's a huge nerf, the 1 second off. I mean, it's good, it needed to happen. There's too much CC coming out of just having a Sejuani on the field. Tier 5 champions. Anivia, ability no longer cancels when she dies. Solid change, cool. So, I mean, she's already channeled, it's already in effect. She's not channeling anymore. There's no reason for it to have canceled anymore. MF now has her ult targets the current attack target. It retargets if it dies during windup. And she would sometimes move and change. Whoa, I've never seen that. But I guess they fixed that bug, which is a really game-breaking bug for MF. And it costs 25 more mana. Interesting that it costs more mana. But overall, I've seen MFs pop off, and this is going to help her target better. So I think this is going to net plus on MF, purely from an AI standpoint. Yasuo ability now applies on hit effects, his knockup durations up a quarter, all good things. And he gets rank 2 and rank 3 damage on his ult. Huge buffs for Yasuo here. And these are kind of compensation buffs for taking away how he scaled with spell power with his ult, with his passive shield that he had. I think Yasuo is still a very good, possibly S tier 5 champion. Probably Maybe better than Misfortune and Nivea. It's just he's so good into any comp because he's an exile. So keep a lookout on that. Items. Items no longer benefit from ability power. Okay, well, I've seen that all over Twitter. It's to stop that huge locket spam on Sorks, and that's gonna do it. Spatula now doubles the stat power of its sister component. For example, Yomu's grants 40/80. Whoa! So Spatula just got a buff. So Spatula is probably the item you want to get at all times now. It's just so good, just being able to double any item. And on top of the other effect. Oh. So now that, wait, so Ghostblade gives 40/80 on an assassin. Please no. Alright. Can't think about that. I mean, Blade Master, the Blade of the Rune King, is going to give 40% attack, is going to give the 40% attack speed. And then make him a Blade Master. Oh my god, that's so good. But Spatula's broken. Get Spatulas. Spatulas. Cursed Blade can now reduce targets to 0 stars. Oh, okay. Fix the bug where it reset champion's level if triggered a second time. Okay, so it can drop it to 0, and yes, Cursed Blade can apply to multiple targets at once. And all those champions that I just mentioned that apply on hit effects, boom, Cursed Blade. It's an on-hit effect. Frozen Heart, more consistent of application. Cool, I like it. Guardian Angel, I saw some things on not on PBE, but on Twitter about Guardian Angel giving an extra star, but it doesn't seem to have shipped. So its revive delay is cut in half from 4 to 2 seconds, double the health restore from 500 to 1000, and it clears grievous wounds, which is a bug fix. Okay, I mean, that's overall awesome because 4 seconds the fight was over, you just died. 2 seconds should be actually reliable, and 1000 health. You put it on a tier 1 unit, they're going to be full health. It's awesome. So I expect a lot more GA usage. Rage Blades plus 1% attack speed. Okay, that compensates for the attack speed nerfs across the board. Solid, I like it. Gunblade, fixed bug where spell vamp was sometimes not properly granted. Okay, that's vague, right? Thank you. No longer benefits from item effects. Whoa, that's huge. I've never thought about that, but that's huge. So you could Thornmail on any tank and then Gunblade, and they'd heal from that. Wow. Wow. Okay, good thing that's gone. Ionic Spark does true damage instead of magic damage. Looking at you, Ace Soul and Shyvana. Fixed the bug where Ionic Spark was applying 75 instead of 200. 200's a lot better than 75. So that's cool. And note, I don't believe this item stacks, so once you have one, it's one and done. Don't buy another one, please. But still, really good item for a lot of comps, just because it's going to zap people. It's true damage now. It's going to pen through magic resist. It's going to pen through dragon buff. It's great. Locket. And I saw this on Twitter too. Locket's going to do the 2 left and 2 right of the wearer at the start of the round now. So it's a line. And the shield value is 300. No spell power buff instead of 200. That's why they increased it, so it's still viable. But it's not going to be insane, the health bar 3 times over on a Sork because of Locket. Love it. Luden's Echo. Aren't you taking proper amount of damage? Bug fix. Bug fix. Proccing on basic, that's funny. Primary damage target is now doubled to 200. Okay, I thought it was already 200, but I'll take 200. And AoE is now 200, and it doesn't scale because, remember, they took out all the scaling. Ludens can just blow up comps if you're like using it right, and it's going to be even better on Ahri now because she's going to be autoing and queuing the right target. I like it. Feels more consistent. Murillo up a half percentage per second of max health damage. Okay, cool. I guess they over nerfed it. I don't think it was over nerfed. I love it on Swain and on Garen still, and even on Brand really. Oh well. Carry on. Rapid fire now updates in response to range changes. Oh, no more RFC Nidalee. What a tragedy. That was bound to happen. It was really dumb. And that's why we don't see, I guess that's why we don't see Nidalee nerfs, is they took away her rapid fire. So Nidalee's not going to be as good anymore because she has to just get up in people's faces. Still a great early tier 2 unit, but you're not able to build a comp around her anymore, which really hurts Wild. Recurve attack speed is up to 20% again. Okay, that's a compensation buff from the nerf, nerfs to attack speed across the board. Redemption now triggers at 25% health. Ooh. No longer damages enemies though. But ooh. Wait. If you do a Guardian Angel and you go over 25%, does that proc twice? That'd be sick. That'd be awesome, right? That would be so sweet. Just proccing extra redemptions. Be so funny. Something to keep an eye on. Runins now does 1 bolt instead of 2. Okay, weird change. Bolt damage is halved. Okay. Now applies. Yesterday we tried to do this on stream and it didn't work because Glacial didn't apply on the Runins. But now it does. Glacial applies. Fear the Glacial. Runins Hurricane Ash. It's coming. Winter is coming. Glacial is coming. Seraphs fixed the bug where Seraphs wouldn't stack. Okay, well, if you get 4 tiers, you know what you can do now. Stack Seraphs on a unit. Stack Shiv hits 3 targets rather than all champions in a frontal cone. Nerf to Graves. Not only activates the maximum 1 time per launch attack. Okay, that's a nerf to Gunslinger just abusing the crap out of Stack Shiv. Cool. Still a great early game item, and now it's guaranteed 3 additional targets. You're going to be able to consistently early game to proc Stack Shiv on everything. Thornmail, reflected damage is 35% of the physical damage taken. It's now 100% of damage mitigated. Huh. So you have to play Thornmail on a tank now, and you aren't looking to take damage, you're looking to just stack as much armor onto 1 unit. The tankier, the better. Huh. I'm trying to think of any champion right now gives damage reduction, but no. Oh, mate. Thornmail Fiora. Thornmail Fiora might be legit. Damage type is now true damage. You want to see a carry die real fast. That's how you do it. Even mages, though, too. That's a good nerf to Asol again. These are all little nudges on Asol and on dragons in general. Warmogs regen 3% max HP to 6% missing. That's a Warmogs on Fiora would be sweet because you're riposting with low health. You heal during it. Warwick, you heal during low health. I like it. I like Warmogs change. It's going to be annoying when Warmogs carries the game because they're low health and they just out-regen auto attack damage. That'll be funny though to watch. And lastly, Zeke's now grants the same thing as Locket. So to the left, to the right. And the attack speed is 15% again, not 10. Alright, so a revert on the attack speed, and now it's a line. So they're looking at lines. They're trying to get people away from the clustering in corners, which has been hardcore the meta right now. So I think it'll do some good. It gives more options to assassins, that's for sure. And lastly, bug fixes. Enchanted Crystal Arrow got some fixes. Leveling combining from a draft systems duplicated the champion. Reconnect the TFT which prevents end of game sets from being displayed. That's good. Fixed a bit armor bugs because melee champs AFK and stop moving. This bug, everyone has seen it. If you've played like 10 games of TFT, you've probably experienced it in your own game, but thank God. And a billion other bug fixes listed above. Yeah, there's a lot. So that was a huge patch. That was 3 weeks worth of TFT patches. Big thing to note with TFT is they're going to do weekly, and we will do weekly reviews. But it'll be interesting. It's going to be the first week of ranked play, and if you haven't heard, tomorrow they're doing a TFT tournament. That starts at noon Eastern, and I will be co-streaming the Riot Games stream. So again, that's noon Eastern on the 17th of July, so tomorrow. So if you are interested in TFT, you want to learn some stuff, you have some questions that aren't getting answered in the mainstream, head on over to me, twitch.tv, Lancet634, and I'll answer anything you guys got. Other than that, I really think demons are going to be the broken comp to play. They look really reliable at 6, but it might be a little hard to get there, kind of like Noble, kind of like Glacial even. So it's kind of a recurring theme. But if you guys got any thoughts on what's broken, I'm really liking the Thornmail Fiora when she riposts, reflecting all of that auto damage, because that's all mitigated in theory. I don't know if that's how it's going to function, but I'm ready to try. But let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. I mean, whether or not you like or subscribe isn't going to change it, because I'm going to keep pumping it out, whether you guys like it or not. So deal with it. Until next time, guys. See ya.